What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something very different. We're going to be jumping on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and we're going to be flying around, and we're going to be landing at some different real-world racetracks. I used to do this as like a bit of fun back on the original Flight Sim game, back on my Xbox Series S, the 2020 edition. But now that I have the 2024 edition on my PC, I thought I'd record it and actually, yeah, upload this to YouTube. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is going to be our first of 4 landings we're going to do. So we're going to be flying a JMB one-engine plane, I'm going to call it, and we're going to be landing at Daytona Beach International, which, if you didn't know, is right next to Daytona Speedway. So we're going to land there. We're just going to practice with this one. We're not going to land inside the track. We're just going to land on the runway next to it. And then for the next ones, we are going to actually land on the tracks themselves. But let's go. Away we go. I just need to take off. Now, I just want to bear in mind, this is not a game that I'm good at. I don't play it very often. Well, I mean, I do play it quite a lot, but I'm not good at it. So we're going to just fly away here. Off towards our sort of flight pattern. You know what, we're just going to ignore that flight pattern. We're going to go this way. Like so. There we are. Alright, and I will see you guys when I'm ready to land. Alright, guys, so here we are. We're now coming into Daytona International. We can see all the houses beneath us. Now, the track, I believe it's just in here where this helipad is. Halifax Hospital helipad, I'm pretty sure is where the track is, but we're gonna come in here. Gonna back off the power slightly just so I can land. Just remember, not good at this, so we're gonna try not to have an accident. What I am gonna do is just fly over the track before we land. It's quite windy right now, like it's quite hard to control the plane. I'm so not good at this. This is just dreadful. Oh, but there it is. Here we go. Here's the track. We can see it right here. I'm going to loop around slightly so we can see it. There is, although you can't really see the banks because it's not in that much detail. But there is Daytona International Speedway. This is where we're going to be doing the Raw on the weekend. And then we've got the Daytona 24 in a few weeks' time. But here we go. Daytona International Speedway. First track is ticked off the board. We can see the grandstands on the right hand side. We can see the tri-oval. That's really cool how we can see the entire track. That is awesome. But what I'm going to have to do, actually, let's just look at it in first person. There you go. That's the corner I struggle with. That's turn 7, and then that's your banked corner. But we're now just going to loop around. We're going to back off the power even more. We're going to put the landing gear down, like so. Now we don't want to land on the taxiway, we want to land on the actual runway. Gonna put the flaps down to the first position, I think is what they say. We're gonna line it up straight with the runway, really back off the power, and 3, 2, 1, let's just try and butter this landing. Right there, perfect, look at that. There we go. And we have landed. Here we are, Daytona International Airport. So that is the first track ticked off our list. So I am going to see you guys for the next one. Okay, guys, so here we are with track number 2. We're in Belgium, and we're going to be landing at Spa-Francorchamps, which is one of my favourite tracks in the world. I'm sure you guys know how much I love it, but bit of a catch with this one. It's snowing currently in Belgium, so we're going to be landing on a very icy track. My goal is, because there's no airport here at Spa. We're going to attempt to land on the Kemmel Strait, so just after Eau Rouge and Radion. That is going to be our goal, but we're going to see how we do. I've tried to find the smallest plane I can to make this possible, because in terms of like plane sizes, I don't really know how wide the Kemmel Strait is going to be, but we'll see. We'll give it a go. So we're going to bank off to the right. We're going to make our way over to the circuit. It's literally just over this hill, so it's nice and close. I'm not sure where we're taking off from. La Savinière Airport. Close enough, I guess. But over we go in our little... I think this is a Cessna, but I might be wrong. Over we go. And I will... I'm going to jump ahead, and I'm going to see you guys when we're making our approach to the circuit.
654.
Okay, guys, so here we are, pulling up to Spa-Francorchamps. We're going to do sort of a lap in the air of the circuit, and then we're going to go around and land on the straight. But having a look here, so we can see it, this is... Oh, that's not the first corner, my bad. We're going to go slightly more this way. Down we go, so here we are, turn 1, La Source, just here, down beneath the plane. We've got the pit buildings just down there on the right hand side. Now we have a look as we head down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Here is Eau Rouge and Radion. We can see it completely covered by snow. We've got the grandstands up on the left, we've got the walls on the left and the right, and then the curbs. But we're going to continue on around this sort of, like literally a flying lap of the circuit. This is now the Kemmel Strait we're heading past. This is where the fans sit up on the left-hand side on this sort of banked hill. But round we go. 80 knots airspeed. This is now Lake Com, where there's just a random house on the exit of the corner. Definitely wouldn't want to have that there in real life, but round we go. This is now heading over Rivage and No Name Corner. There's a little beep on the plane there, not sure what that was about. And now we can see it, that is all of Pouon. As we head around to the left, the enormous corner, we can see all the snow covering the track. This is really cool to see. This is now the Fagnes chicane coming down here, the right-left, the one I always get wrong because I'm useless. And then this is Stavelot. And one cool detail is we can see the kart track off to the right here, just underneath the plane. Yeah, just down here. This is the karting circuit here at Spa. There was that one meme where they had the red flag during 2021 and there were people racing karts during the red flag, which was quite funny. And then heading round, this is now Sector 3. We've got Blanchimont we're now flying over. And then coming up to the bus stop chicane, here we go. There is the grass on the right, the snow is covering the entire track through there, and then there is the bus stop chicane and then the pit lane. And then that is a lap, a flying lap of Spa-Francorchamps, but we're going to now turn around. I want it to stop beeping at me, and we're going to try and land. Actually, we're going to try and land at the top of Eau Rouge, right here. Top of Radion. We're going to pitch it down. I've got no control over my plane. I don't know what's happening. Oh, now my control is back. Okay, so we're going to bail on that. We are going to land on the Kemmel Strait, so we're going to get a little bit of power. Landing down here. Try not to hit the trees. And, oh, I hit the tree. God damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to come around again. Alright, we're going to loop this around. What is going on? Something is going on. I'm losing my controller. I need to plug it back in before I then land on the circuit. Alright, there we go. Turn this around. Alright, that is Rivage. So now we're going to have to do a hard bank to the left and then just pop it down on the Kemmel Strait. So here we go, lining it up, tilting in. We're going to drop the flaps to their maximum angle. And down onto the Kemmel Strait, here we go. We're going to turn the parking brake on. And that is going to be touchdown. There we go. Now, hold the brakes, hold the brakes. And there we are. So we've landed at Spa-Francorchamps in our little Cessna. There we go. That was absolutely perfect. My co-pilot definitely approves of that landing. But there we go, guys. I'm going to see you now on our third track. Okay, so here we are with our third track. So I thought we'd change up the pace a bit. This is the track which is most local to where I live in the world. We're going to be visiting Eastern Creek Motorsports Park in Penrith in Sydney. So this is about roughly about a 50-minute drive from where I live. I've been there a few times. I go go-karting at this track a lot because they've got a pretty nice go-kart track. Haven't been on the actual track itself, but I would love to one day. But this is going to be our next visit, so we're going to be landing on the main straight. It's got a very nice long main straight, which is good for us because I am terrible at landing, but it is just over this hill. So we're going to put the power down in our little Cessna, and I am going to jump to the landing. Okay, guys, so here we are. This is our approach to Sydney Motorsports Park. We've got the helipad there, just before the main straight. This is now flying over Penrith. If you look back that way, that's off towards the Blue Mountains. And then off this way, that is looking towards the Sydney CBD, the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, etc. And I'm just down there is where I live. But here we are, coming in to the track. We're going to slightly bank off to the right. I'm going to back off the engine slightly, and here, there we go, there's our first glimpse of the circuit, so we can see the big, fast turn one left-hander, which is probably one of the most brave corners in the whole of Australia, bar probably the entire Bathurst circuit. But here we go, we're going to land coming in the opposite direction, so normally the cars would come towards us, but we're going to land going that way. But here we are, coming in, there is turn 1, we can see turn 2 and 3 and 4 all the way on the right. We're going to bring the flaps down, and here we go, that is the pit building, is this long one on the right. We've got some of the hotel rooms and other industrial places up on the left. But crossing the start-finish line, there are the grid spots. And touchdown, there we go. What a landing, that was really smooth. We got that first try, and there we have it. There is a landing at Sydney Motorsports Park. So that one was, I'd say that one was a pretty good success. Out of all the ones we've done so far, that one was pretty smooth. But I am going to jump back out of the plane, and we are going to do one more circuit. Okay, guys, so here we are for our final landing. If you can't tell where we are, we're at, this is Mount Fuji, one of the coolest mountains in the world, an old volcano in fact. And if you don't know what's at Mount Fuji, then I'm going to tell you it's Fuji Speedway, where we did the Fuji 8 Hour, one of my favourite tracks in the world, and I wanted to find another one which was in the daytime. So I thought we'd head over here because it's got a nice view, a nice mountain to stare at on the way down, and just look at the scenery around here. We're going to be landing down on the main straight as normal. It's got the biggest straight, the straight at Fuji Speedway is the biggest one and is the most open on the circuit, so it makes the most sense to land there. The other thing I don't have right now is power. My engine won't start for some reason. I'm not really sure what's going on. Oh, there we are. I think we're starting to get some revs. Engine is losing power because fuel mixture is not leaned correctly. Increase mixture, press Y. Okay. Do I start doing that then? I've pressed Y a few times. Maybe that'll fix. Maybe I have to do something in here. Mixture. Yeah. Like that. Maybe that's what yeah, that is what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Perfect. Alright, but look at like the height difference we have today. Like Mount Fuji, it's just absolutely enormous, and we have to descend so much just to get down to the level of the track. Our tiny Cessna is gonna bit cut out for it. But down we go. We've got a long way to go, and I am going to jump ahead one more time to the landing. Okay, so here we are. We are coming in now to Fuji Speedway. We're going to bank off to the right slightly so we can line it up with the main straight and we can land on the finish line. That would be pretty cool. We can see all these houses we're going past now. There's obviously a lot going on around Fuji Speedway. Like it's quite a busy area. You can see the mountain way off in the distance back there. Provides a pretty good backdrop. But here's the circuit. We're going to turn off a little bit more. So that's coming up on the third sector. That's the final corner just there. The one which caused me all the problems in the 8 hour. But here we are, really backing this plane off now. We've got a lot of airspeed to get rid of. We're just going to hit it with a slight bank. There's the final corner. In we go, 80 knots. Nearly 60 knots. We want to be touching down in probably about 60 knots. And here we go. Coming in to Fuji Speedway, the final track of this video. We're going to get an absolutely smooth landing. And there we go. Final landing done. It was another smooth one, I have to say. It was pretty good. I'm going to pop the flaps up. But there we go, guys. That has been this Microsoft Flight Sim video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this. Make sure you subscribe, comment, do all of that. We can see Fuji, Mount Fuji off in the background. But yeah, that is it. And I will see you guys in a later video. Take care.